how to afford an RTX 4090. I'm gonna share with you my secret, okay? This is not going to be financial advice. I'm not gonna tell you just go out there, make more money. I'm going to overcome the biggest problem, in my opinion, with buying these super expensive GPUs. And the biggest problem is it is a stupid amount of money just to play video games, okay? I think most of us can agree it's just ridiculous spending that kind of money, because hopefully you have people you care about, you have family. So how can you justify spending that kind of money and feel good about yourself? That's tough. And I'm not judging you. If you do that, that's okay. Maybe you take care of your family in a different way. I'm gonna tell you what I do. If I go back home, so this is the way I think. If I go home and I spend extra new money, that's the key for me. It needs to be extra new money. It cannot be the money I currently have. So right now I have the money. I have $2,000. That makes no sense, because that money I currently have for me represents freedom and safety, and I don't play with that. So to buy something like that, it has to be new extra income, okay? So if I spend new extra income and I purchase something and I go back home, so that thing is for myself only, and I tell my family, hey, I purchased this, here's the equivalent amount of money, and you treat yourself to the same level. That's the way I do it. So the 4090 for me, it doesn't cost $2,000. It costs $6,000, because I have my mom and my dad. So if I for me, for the 4090 to make sense, I need to be able to send $2,000. So to match, I need to be able to match for my mom and for my dad that amount. And I'm not telling you that to shine my wheels. This is the way I can feel proud about my purchase. It's the only way. I'm going to feel fantastic about spending $2,000 on that 4090, because I earn new extra money and I benefit my family. So financially, you might think, man, but that makes no sense. Especially if you're studying, because I'm studying to be a financial advisor. I am not yet. But to save money and then spend the money completely financially, that's just stupid. That makes no sense. Because you never want your money to live out of your economy. But I don't want to make this video a financial advisor, none of that. I don't want to talk about anything I do about that. But basically, you never want to save money and then spend the money. You want to keep that money in your economy and use a vehicle to keep that money in your economy. Use a vehicle so you can use other people's money to buy what you want, and your money stays in your economy growing with interest. But I'm not going to explain that. I'm just talking about how to make a purchase like this make sense. How can you spend so much money on this gaming setup and feel good about it? So what most people do is, oh, I'm just gonna wait until Black Friday or 20% off. I'm just gonna wait 2 years until they are cheap enough or they are below $1,000, and you might purchase a $1,000 video card and feel better about it, but that's still spending a lot of money. So in my opinion, that I don't care about how much it costs. Actually, if it costs more, my family is going to benefit more. If I spend $3,000, $5,000, $6,000, my family is going to get that kind of money. So I don't care. I do not discuss if it's 200 more, 200 less, 20% more, 20% less. I literally don't care. if I really want it. So basically, if you say I cannot afford it, for me what that means is that you do not need it, and of course you don't need this. This is just a luxury. But mainly, you don't want it bad enough. If you want something bad enough, that mentality of I cannot afford it is just not compatible with it. You have to have it. And yeah, this is a luxury. It is not necessary, especially if you already have a gaming system that works, allows you to play all the games you want. It is not necessary. But if you create a reason that is bigger than yourself, it makes more sense. It is going to give you that driving force, that extra motivation to go out there and make that extra income to afford it. And actually, now you have to pay more, not less. So forget about 20% less, $100 less. I got it for a deal. I flipped my PC and did this and that. That's still nonsense, in my opinion. So that's the way I do it. That's the way I do it. And not only that, in this case, if I get the 4090, for me, for that 4090 to make sense, I cannot get rid of my computer. And I don't sell. Like, I'm not gonna sell my computer, so I'm gonna give it to my nephew. So I basically have to build an entire new computer. So it's not gonna cost me $2,000 for the 4090. It's gonna cost me $6,000. So 4090, mom and dad, and it's gonna cost me another $2,000 for my nephew, because I have to build him an entire PC, because he currently have a Ryzen 5 2600 with a 1660 Super. So that 3080 I have, 12 gigabytes, is totally overkill, and his power supply is like 500 watts, so that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. So he at least has the RAM. Well, it has 16, so I'm just gonna get 32. So I'm just gonna have to build an entire system for him. So yeah, it is what it is. That's the way I work. That's the way I do it, and I feel very happy when I do that, because I feel proud, because I had something in mind, something that I wanted. That thing gave me the energy, it gave me the motivation to go out there, make that extra new income, extra new money. And with that motivation, I actually make more money, and I not only treat myself, but I also treat my family. And when I do it in that way, financially, like I said, that doesn't make any sense. To save money and live all and make all that money leave your economy, that makes financially absolutely no nonsense. But if I am going to make a mistake, but my family is going to get a benefit, it is justified, in my opinion. So it is always justified, in my opinion, to help your family. It doesn't matter if financially it's not the best decision. It doesn't matter how much money you spend. If your family gets benefit, you're justified. Like, you have permission from your creator. If you believe in somebody, you are like, God will forgive you. I don't believe in anything, but if that's the way you think, you can look at it in that way. So that's it. I don't know if it's incorrect for me to be showing you this video here. He's talking. This is Gamers Nexus. I definitely recommend his channel. I mean, I'm sure you know him. Gamers Nexus, that's where I get all my reviews and all the deep dive information about all the models. He's talking about all the board partners that are coming. So definitely check out his video. I'm going to have a link in the description just to be respectful. And hopefully this video doesn't get copyright strike for that. And I also like hardware unbox. I like them actually a lot more in terms of gaming, because they do like 35 games benchmarks and things like that. Gamers Nexus is gonna tell you more in detail about the hardware itself. So yeah, those are the two channels that I check out. So I'm right now deciding which model I'm going to get. But yeah, I actually I'm not hurried to get that 4090. I don't even need it at all. And the biggest problem for me is what game do I want to play that I really need that extra performance? Because Cyberpunk, I couldn't care less. Like, I don't like that game. I don't like it, and I don't think it looks good. It's not that it looks bad, but it looks broken still. I don't. There's something wrong about that game that I don't like, but you might love it, and I understand why. And it feels so unresponsive, even at 120 frames. So with that 4090 DLSS 3.0, 58 milliseconds at 90 over 90 frames per second, 98 frames per second. Nvidia is advertising 58 milliseconds latency. That's not gonna feel responsive at all. So I cannot think of any game right now that I have, and I have like so many games. I have all of them. I cannot think of maybe. I cannot think of any game that I really need that extra performance. So for me, it doesn't even make sense. So I'm not hurry. I'm going to get it because it is very good. I like it. I like the idea of the motion interpolation, but I'm probably not even gonna get it. Let me just start this off because I'm probably not even gonna get it soon because I need a game that I really want to play that I cannot play right now, and I don't have that example. There's nothing, literally nothing right now I want to run. For example, I would like to run that Matrix demo, but that 4090 is not gonna make any difference because the Matrix demo is not gonna have DLSS 3.0, and that's CPU bound. So I would like to see that, 120 running very good, but that's not even a game, so it doesn't even matter. So yeah, it's difficult to justify, but it's just a toy. I like it. So if I want it bad enough, that's what I'm gonna do. That's the only way I can justify that purchase. So again, I don't care about, if you have a 3080 or 4090, it makes no sense. This amount of money, price to performance, I don't care about that. If I spend that amount of money, my family gets benefit, so I'm okay. I feel good about my purchase. More than good, I feel proud. So I feel proud. My family is proud of me, and that's how I do it. So yeah, again, I don't share this information to shine my wheels on for you to think anything about me. That's just the way I do it, and try it. Not for the 4090. Try it for anything. If you're going to treat yourself, treat your family to the same level, and then you will see how you're going to feel. You're gonna feel fantastic, and that's going to give you the motivation to purchase expensive toys if that's what you want to do.